guys know that we are amidst the Earth Day. Well, technically, yesterday was Earth Day, but sometimes people acknowledge it for a few days. And also, you guys know music's a big deal on this show. Well, here's a story that really connects them both. Check this out. The band Aha and how they helped the electric car. Norway and the aha moment that made electric cars the answer. So check this out. In 1995, the lead singer of the 1980s band Aha, if you don't remember who that is, they did Take On Me. That's their big hit, Take On Me, which, by the way, that's the song of the day in their honor. That's got to be the song of the day. Aha, Take On Me. It's a classic. It's an 80s pop tune. Even if you don't think you know it, you probably know it. It's one of those songs you're like, oh, yeah, I've heard this. I've heard this. It makes you think of the Breakfast Club. It makes you think of a dance in the 80s with big poofy dresses and the crush in the movie. And you're like, yeah, it's that kind of a song. But it turns out it also really helped out the electric car. Not that song necessarily, but the band and the singer. All right, so in 1995, the lead singer of the band Aha, who is not a pencil drawing in real life, that was just for the music video. But anyway, he's also the head of the Norwegian environmental group, Bellona, and he climbed in probability into a converted electric Fiat Panda they had imported from Switzerland and set off on a road trip. So I did not know that there was a Fiat model referred to as the Panda, admittedly. I did not know that. I've never driven a Fiat before. I've been inside of Fiats before, and the only time I've ever been inside a Fiat, actually, was in Italy, because that's what my family drove out in Italy. And I noticed it was a little smaller than most cars I'm used to. It was really nice on the inside. And, they just kind of drive it around when they need it. I think my family, the only thing they ever use their car for, my family lives in Italy, the only thing they ever use their car for is to just go to the grocery store and back. Like, that's the only time they ever need it. So, and in like the big grocery store, like not just like they'll go to like just the farmers, like food markets are all over the city. So they'll just go to that. But occasionally they have to go to like the grocery store. And I'm pretty sure that's the only time they ever used their car. So every time I was in their car, which was only like once or twice, it felt like I was in a new car. Like, I'm like, is this a rental? And it's like, no, we never use this. Anyway. All right. So lead singer of the band Aha got into an electric car, and they got it from Switzerland, set off on a road trip. They drove around Oslo, refusing to pay the city's sky-high road tolls, parking illegally wherever they could, and ignoring every penalty notice they were given. Eventually, the authorities impounded their car and auctioned it off to cover the fines. So Take On Me, more like they took on the law, and the law won. They fought the law and they said, take on me. See how I tied in two songs there? Lucy thought it was so clever, she jumped off my lap immediately. Everybody's a critic. Anyway, all right, so he did that. But the stunt attracted massive media attention, and the point was made. Soon after, electric vehicles were exempted from road tolls, one of a large raft of incentives that have, over the years, helped make Norway the country with the world's highest per capita electric vehicle ownership. Last month, so get these numbers out of Norway as far as electric vehicle ownership goes. Last month, in an economy hit by the coronavirus crisis, fully electric cars accounted for just under 60% of Norway's new car market, and plug-in hybrids just over 15, meaning 3 in 4 of all new cars sold were either wholly or partly electric. That's incredible. I mean, that's really, really good. About 75%, either fully or partly electric, of all the cars going out in Norway. Now, it still has some way to go, the article goes on to say, but the country looks on course to meet a government target. Now, listen to their government target. Listen to Norway's government target. And then think about in the United States, where we have one candidate for president, the current incumbent, who doesn't even think climate change is real, who has no climate plan whatsoever. And then we have a challenger who has a climate plan that would have been on the ball in 1986. So that's what we have. Here's what they have in Norway. The government target set in 2016 with a full cross-party parliamentary support. That means the right-wing party supports it too. That's what that means, by the way. phasing out the sale of all new fossil fuel-based cars and light commercial vehicles by 2025. So let that sink in. Next time somebody tells you that the Overton window in the United States, which is the acceptable range of political conversation, is so far to the right that they had to buy a new camera to zoom out to get how far to the right it is, and you think that's even anything close to an embellishment, remind yourself that in Norway, the right-wing party is on board with eliminating all fossil fuel vehicles, the sale of all new fossil fuel vehicles by 2025. That's the right-wing party is on board with that. Left-wing party is too, obviously, but the right-wing, their right-wing is okay with that. They're like, yeah, we need this. That's what's going on in Norway. You compare that to the United States. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, it's actually quite amazing how fast the mindset's changed, said Christina Boo of the Norwegian EV Electronic Vehicle Association. Even in 2013 or 2014, people were skeptical. Now a majority of Norwegians will say, my next car will be electric. And you gotta feel it because it's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie. And then they'll do that. And then they'll play Aha's Take On Me, which again, song of the day. So there you go. Lead singer from Aha. This is him. Schweinstein. That's his name. That's Schweinstein. I'm probably saying it wrong. I don't mean to. I'm actually trying. But Schweinstein, the lead singer for Aha. This is the guy in the music video. He was a pencil drawing running around. And there he is charging his electric vehicle. And at one point he said, hey, cops, take on me. And they were like, all right, we will. And he's like, well, I still made my point. And presumably paid all the fines because I'm rich and I can afford that. So there you go. Shout out to Aha. Song of the day, Take On Me. It's a classic. Revisit it. And of course, it's the song of the day. Not because I think I'm introducing you to anything new, but because, hey, he did this for electric vehicles. How cool is that? Pretty cool.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our